Hey everyone, it's Susie here, Crypto Granny. The time is 2:36 p.m. Dutch time, the Netherlands time, on the 9th of April 2021. Now, there's a couple of simple words I want to say. I am ultra, extremely bullish. The cryptocurrency market, in specific cryptocurrencies that we have in our portfolios. Okay, I've done all the reviews, I've done all the research, I've done everything. Now, the macro situation is so clear to me, and I want everyone to understand, including my clients. I say this at verbatim every day, Fed income, I really do. The US Fed keeps plowing more and more money into the capital markets, into the money market system. Okay, they are creating cash out of issuing US dollars and increasing their debt. And this is constant. And the Fed has said this time and time again. We are going to continue to increase the cash in the market because we are outcome based in terms of economic data, not outlook based. Okay. So they want to know the hard numbers for jobs, employment, for CPI, the inflation, and everything else, okay? It's very clear to me they are creating, and there is, hyperinflation, okay? Which means inflation is through the roof. If you sit in dollars, your purchasing power of sitting in fiat currency is going to go down, down, down. The US dollar is off. If you look at it over a chart over the last 40 years, it's going down, 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 and it's losing about 25 to 40% per annum. So if you sit in US dollars, you're going to continue to lose money. You have to be in risk assets, specific risk assets. It is just that clear, right? The Fed will also do yield curve and manipulation, which means the US 10-year bond rate that everyone looks at, and it's currently at 1.66% yield, the 10-year risk-free bond rate, supposedly. I don't regard it as risk-free now because the US is literally broke, and I don't believe their credit rating, their country credit rating, should be AA+. It should be lower. But anyway, that's another story. This thing will continue to go down, the interest rate for money, right? The cost of money. Now, if the cost of money keeps going down, people are going to borrow for higher returns everywhere else. And it's just that simple, girls and boys and adults or whatever I'm talking to, right? It is so simple what is going to happen with this market. Anyone that's selling specific crypto is just crazy. Seriously, this thing is going to go higher and higher and higher. Put it in perspective. There are literally hardly any investors in crypto. It's only about 108 million globally that invest in crypto out of 7.7, right? It's absolutely nothing. You can have a World Soccer Club game. Apparently in 2018, there was some big game in Russia, and 3.8 billion watched that, right? And I'm saying only over 100 million are invested in crypto. This is a no-brainer. If you listen to me, you're going to make a fortune. It is a no-brainer, guys and girls. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, and I cannot be more specific than that. If you don't know how to make money and you don't understand, come and join my Patreon for $45 a month, and you will seriously make money, for Christ's sake. Honestly, I'm being really aggressive today because I keep saying this crap, and it's like people don't listen. They keep asking me questions, should we be selling our crypto? No, you should not be selling your specific crypto. You should be lending against your crypto. Go to Nexo, go to Celsius. You can borrow against your crypto at 1 to 5% per annum. A yield interest rate. And if you're in specific crypto, risk-adjusted rate of return, you're going to get over 1,000% for crikey. Why would you want to, be selling your crypto and having a tax event and then paying, tax? Like any asset, like a beautiful, house you bought. I bought a house, 25 years ago. I've never sold it, right? The house has literally gone up 10 times and more. And the price of property in Australia, like New Zealand, is going through the roof. Why would I sell an asset that is generating such a huge capital gain and I can also get income on it? And it's the same with crypto that we're in, right? You know, we're going to get the capital gain. We can earn staking interest on it at 19% per annum, right? And benefits. And yet what's the alternative? You invest in a supposedly risk-free rate, 1.66 per annum, right? This is very, very simple to me. The Fed will keep putting in more and more cash, right? It doesn't stop. Even Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary of the Fed, is saying they need capital injections into the market, right? This is a free ride for everyone. Seriously, you have an option. It's a free ride. The Fed are going to support the market no matter what, which means crypto assets, specific crypto assets, are going to go up. The unemployment rates in the Fed in the US are wrong. The inflation rates are wrong. We know inflation's more than bloody 2%. It's more like 30%, the price pressures are going up everywhere. Look at the PMI data. Look at the CPI data, Consumer Price Index. The Chinese just brought out some price index figures. They're way up, right? We know there's hyperinflation, and the only way that you can, how can I say this? At a rate of return over hyperinflation, you have to be in risk assets and hard assets, right? It is a no-brainer. Seriously. We have the biggest opportunity in history in our lives to seriously make money because we've been given a free pass by the Fed. It's just that simple, right? The equity markets are on new highs again and again. You don't sell this stuff, right? Because seriously, there's too much cash in the system, and that's going to fuel markets. It's just that simple, okay? Not only that, more and more cryptocurrency organizations are going to the US equity market, and they're doing initial public offerings where the shares are bought on the equity market, right? They're bought on the equity market, they've got all this money, and then they put all that money back into the crypto exchange, right? Into the crypto exchange markets. It's a reallocation of wealth. This is a no-brainer, seriously. And I've hammered on about Binance forever. Binance's coin should be higher than Ethereum's, right? It's simple. Binance is an exchange, but it's also a platform like Ethereum. It should be higher than Ethereum, right? It's just that simple. Binance is doing 500% more transactions than Ethereum in the last 4 months or 6 months than ever. They are killing Ethereum. Ethereum has competitors everywhere. Every initial ICO that went on Ethereum is now moving away from Ethereum and going to Binance Smart Chain or other smart contract platforms. It is seriously a no-brainer, right? A no-brainer. Honestly, you gotta stay long specific crypto and you don't sell it. You borrow against it, right? I just cannot understand why people don't see what I see, right? It just amazes me. It just confounds me, I have to say. Now, the market cap today is over 2 trillion. It's going higher, and I keep saying this. At the bottom, it's going to go to 5 trillion minimum by the end of the year, right? Minimum, right? The volume, 77 bill. The liquidity is 4.44 bill. Bitcoin dominance is 54.12% and going lower. This thing could go down to 35% by the end of the year, which means specific alts outperform, right? So Bitcoin goes up by 2%. Binance goes up by 10%. Power Ledger goes up by 17%. Why wouldn't I be in Binance or Power Ledger where I can get a return of 1,000% rather than getting a return of 200% on a risk-adjusted basis? This is a no-brainer. Seriously, this is, I got to say, the opportunity of a lifetime. Fair income, it really is, right? Now we get a real volume. US Tether, 24.3 billion. Bitcoin, 5.99 billion. Binance US, 3.37 bill. Ethereum, 3.24 bill. Binance, 2.89. XRP, 2.37 bill. Engine, 1.52 bill. Now Engine's at 384, right? 385. We bought that thing at 3 cents, right? And we're still holding. You don't make wealth by bloody chopping and changing and selling. Ethereum, Engine is a no-brainer, right? You know, that thing could go to $10. Why do I want to sell it at 3 or 5 or 10, right? The true wealth is made by holding specific crypto assets. Not all of them, right? As you know, there's about 9,000 plus crypto assets. Most of them are going to die in the dust within 2 years, right? Excuse me. You know, we invest in about 40 different cryptos. You know, the best sectors that are going to be affected by crypto technology and the best coin in those sectors, and then we allocate on a risk-adjusted return basis. The Sharpe ratio, this is a no-brainer, right? A no-brainer. And I get very frustrated with people because they're not understanding what I'm saying, right? This market is going to go so much higher, babes. I'm telling you, babes in the woods. Now listen to me now. UK bank Revolut has added another 11 cryptocurrencies, right? So it has like 21 cryptocurrencies it's now selling. Now this is a digital bank, right? In Australia, people were waiting forever to get Revolut bank accounts, right? Because they were just so busy. The banks rip us off blindly. Revolut has great currency rates, everything. And they were offering cryptocurrency. And we had to wait forever to set up an account with Revolut. And literally they had hundreds of thousands of people wanting to set up, right? This, you know, and you see, you got new and new participants coming into this market all the time. State Street, which is a huge funds management business in America, they have 4 trillion in assets under management. 4 trillion, not 4 billion, 4 trillion, like Morgan Stanley, like Goldman Sachs. The money will keep coming in. The clients keep coming in, right? This is a no-brainer. You have everything in your grasp working for you, okay? Everything. You got the Fed on your side. You got all the big conglomerates coming in. You got all the investment banks coming in and going into crypto, specific crypto. This is a no-brainer, right? It's a hodl and it's a no-brainer. You do not sell great assets, okay? It's just dumb. You're not going to make serious wealth if you sell great assets, right? You know, the big billion-dollar people, right? They don't sit in front of a screen all day long trying to trade. You know, they buy assets cheaply and they hold forever, right? Forever. You know, I got a friend of mine that bought this old brewery, right? A big old building in Melbourne. You know, it's beautiful. It's historical, 1800s and something. And in the crisis of 2008, that thing sold for $1 million, which is nothing in Australia, I hasten to add. That thing is now worth $30 million, right? If she'd sold it 5 years ago, you know, she would have lost another 12 million. You hold good assets, right? That's it. Absolutely. I can't emphasize that enough, right? So, you know, State Street, huge fund manager, is going to come in and offer trading platforms for institutional people, right? You know, that the New York investment house, right? Again, you know, did some debt issuance for 100 mil from all the big insurance agencies and Soros and Morgan Stanley, and now they're going back into the crypto market to buy Bitcoin, right? You know, Metsu has bought another 10 million of Bitcoin. Now they own $50 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is so obvious to me what's going to happen here, right? You know, now even Kraken is thinking about it doing an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange next year, first quarter. Again, that's going to bring heaps of money into Kraken and that's going to increase, right? You know, their capability in cryptocurrency. It's all going back into crypto. You know, again, KuCoin is revving up their operation, right? All the exchanges are revving up their operations. You know, this is a no-brainer, right? Even someone out of the government said, if you try to ban crypto, you have to literally shut down all the computers in the world, and you do, right? That was Hester Pierce, I think, SEC commissioner. I mean, you literally have to shut down every computer in the world. It's impossible, right? Absolutely impossible. Now, Ledger, apparently they had that data breach in America of about 300,000 clients where people got, people in the world got access to people's addresses, home addresses, bloody phone numbers, you name it. This is serious stuff because you can be hacked for your crypto, but also be attacked for your crypto, right? So, there's a big, big suing by clients about that, and that's fair enough, right? With Shopify, right? Also, Ripple new petition asks the chairman nominee, Gary Gensler, to drop the Ripple lawsuit. It is a joke. It's a farce. Seriously, the SEC hasn't got a clue. Fair income. They should just start again and get people on that are younger, that know what they're doing in digital currency. Fair income, honestly. Now, Engine, we've been invested in Engine, as I said, at 3 cents, right? 10 cents, whatever you want to call it, right? Engine price has gone up 30-odd%. It's up even more today, right? It's near at $4, right? They've got on Coinbase Pro, and they released JumpNet and also Affinity, right, which is an NFT platform, which is going to run on Polkadot. This is a no-brainer, right? Also, surveys are suggesting that 9% of USA teenagers have traded in crypto, right? The teenagers are more, with it than the adults are. Fair income. The teenagers deserve to make money because they know what's going on, right? Canada crypto mining firm Hut 8 is looking to raise $396 million on the Toronto Stock Exchange, right? They get the money from the stock exchange and then they invest in crypto. It's a no-brainer, man. Even the miners are still holding Bitcoin. They're not distributing it because they know Bitcoin's going to go higher. There's no supply, right? No supply, right? Again, a lot of shifting, as I said, between different platforms. Robinhood also is talking about going to the stock market next year, the first quarter, just like Kraken, right? These guys, last year they had 1.7 million traders, and in the first quarter of this year, they had 9.5 million new traders. Can you imagine what profitability these guys are making? Think about what Binance is making, the biggest exchange in the world, right? This coin should be at, $1,700 US. I've got a valuation at 12,225, but every day I read more and more, crypto is going from Ethereum to Binance, right? 1 inch is gone to Polkadot and it's also going to Binance, okay? And a moving off Ethereum. They all are because it's so expensive, right? Even the Treasury Management Institutional Company in Singapore, which is basically, a global network of corporate treasurers, 30,000 globally, that have so much money as corporates. They manage all the money of the corporates, right? They're going into bloody cryptocurrency, man. Receiving payments in Bitcoin and all sorts of things. This is a no-brainer, seriously. Just got to have some water. I've got a bit of a cracky throat. I can't emphasize it enough. It's such a no-brainer, honestly. Even Tron is cheap. VeChain's cheap. Chiles is cheap. BitTorrent is cheap. VeChain's cheap. You can buy the stuff right now, and it's still really cheap. It's not too late to get in. There's so many coins that are cheap, including XRP, which has amazing fundamentals, right? It's not too late to get in, right? Tron bought out this new coin, stable coin, TSUSDT or something, launching on the Tron network, right? Tron, it does 3 million transactions a day, has over 1.5 million investors. I know some of the Americans don't like Justin Sun, but this guy is a genius, a marketing genius, and he knows what to buy. He bought BitTorrent for hardly anything, right? And then he monetized it and made a fortune. The guy is no nong. The guy is like CZ, Zayo from Binance. Justin's son is a genius. Whether you like the guy, whether you don't, check out the technology. Check out Tron. Check out what they've done in the space of a year and a half being off Ethereum, which they said was crap, and garbology. This guy is he's a genius, man. He's an absolute genius. And where the price of Tron is, it's still too cheap. You can still make money in this market, even if you start investing today. Seriously. Tron transactions are up 400, 600% for the quarter, right? They're killing other networks, and yet the price of Tron is so cheap, right? It's a joke. Just like Qcoin, it got to $1, and $3 and $4. We started buying it, and now Qcoin is over $15. There's some incredible assets out there, right, that you can buy, and they're so cheap. Just like Chiles, Check out Chiles at 50 cents. This is going to be another engine. It could go higher than engine, right? Another opportunity. It is a no-brainer. Check out Crypto.com. They've got their own exchange. They've got their own NFT exchange. A no-brainer. Seriously, there is so much money to be made in this market. It is not funny. I'm not kidding, man. And I cannot believe that people do not see what I see, right? If you look at the social media, who's doing what, and, the wide world searches, right? Binance is on there. The whole world is looking at Binance. They're looking at Engine. They're looking at Qcoin. They're looking at Waves. They're looking at Binance again, on Lunar Lush, right? The social media, who's talking about what coins. This is just obvious. It is so obvious to me that this market is going to go so much higher, and that's why I'm so ultra bullish for specific crypto. It is just a no-brainer, right? When there's so much money coming into this system, all right? Fair income. And that's all I want to say today, because I'm frustrated because people just don't see what I see, right? Anyway, guys and girls, love you listening to me. Thank you so much. Sorry for me whinging today. But you know what? It is Friday, which is awesome. And the weekend's coming. So, anyway, my lovely baby in the woods, you're all probably much younger than me. Have a great weekend. Really enjoy yourself with your family and friends. And this is the opportunity to make a fortune, and to change your life forever. Seriously. And you don't need a lot of money. $200, $300. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Anyway, guys and girls, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Have a great weekend.